Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are having a very quick look at this device, the Hyper Megatech Super Pocket Capcom Edition. So this is an Evercade compatible device. As you can see here, you can plug in Evercade cartridges. And this is the Capcom Edition, so it comes in the Capcom yellow and blue colours, and it includes 12 arcade classics. And if we flip this over, you can get a nice little, it's quite nicely packaged. You get some thumbnails of those there, and you can also see what it comes to with Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting, Mega Man 1942, Final Fight 1943, Strider, Wolf of the Battlefield, Mercs, Bionic Commando, Captain Commando, Ghouls and Ghosts, Forgotten Worlds, and 1944, the Loop Master. Some of the features there on the back: decent quality IPS screen, easy mode. Good battery life for 4 hours. It's got a USB-C charging port, and as you can see, it comes with the ability to take cartridges as well as having the 12 games loaded. So let's take a look at the device for you. So it comes, it's pretty straightforward. All you get is the device and a USB-C charging cable that plugs in at the bottom here. Should be said actually, I got this from Amazon, and the first one I ordered was faulty. It did not turn on, it would not charge up, it did not do anything straight from the box, so we had to send that back. So this is version number 2, so that's just something worth noting. There's obviously some reliability issues. That said, this thing is built quite nicely. It's quite lightweight, it's quite cheap. This was only £50. The buttons are really nice and responsive and clicky. That doesn't feel cheap. Good robust construction. You've got the on-off button here. Got a headphone port as well, which is quite handy at the bottom. There's no Bluetooth or Wi-Fi connectivity on this. There are bumper buttons on the back, so it does support the games that need the extra buttons, things like Street Fighter 2. Decent speaker. I can't figure out if it's just one speaker that's playing through the front and the back, but the sound on it is pretty good. And we've got volume up and down here. And the games that come with it are built in. You don't need a cartridge for that. And it just comes with a dummy cartridge slot, so you can slot in the Evercade cartridges there, should you wish to do so. So let's just flip this on for you. There's the loading screen. Because it's such a small screen, the graphics are quite nice and sharp. Good sound, that's just from the internal speaker, so it's certainly loud enough. And you can plug your headphones in, and you can see here we have all the games. They do seem to be, as far as I can tell, the original arcade versions. They don't appear to be a port of a home console version, so don't quote me on that, but they do seem pretty authentic, and the graphics are nice and sharp. I mean, let's just pick one for you here. Let's pick Street Fighter 2. And load that up. Loads up pretty quick. Obviously they're built-in games, so there's no latency there. So the controls are really good, nice and responsive. I think these things live or die by the quality of the controls and the decent screen. Both of those seem to be on point here. So let you have a look at the graphics. We're not going to play this, and this is Hyper Fighting version of Street Fighter 2, so it's pretty tough. So there you go, you get an idea there. And what you can do on the menu button here in the middle is you get load slots for every game, and save slots I should say, so you can save your progress, so that's quite nice. You can then obviously load them, you can adjust the controls, the display. You can have original ratio, or you can fit the image to the screen. I'm not a big fan of that, because all it does is stretch it, and you can do weird things like add scan lines to make it look even more retro, which is a bit weird. And then obviously you can quit. And if I can remember, let's just come out of that. Let's just quit that game. If we hit the menu on the main screen, you can then see that you can either use Capcom, which is the built-in games, or Evercade if you're going to load a cartridge. And then there are some more settings here, and you can do universal things like change the difficulty of all the games to easy mode or normal mode. So there you go. I think it's a really cool device. It's great for kind of traveling. Even the games that come with it are decent enough to keep you occupied for a long time, particularly if you like retro games. and then you can get more games on the Evercade cartridges if you want. So yeah, I think it's a really good device. I think for 50 quid, it's definitely one of the better ones. There are lots of cheap cheap Chinese versions of these sorts of things that tend to be pretty twonky, bad controls, not built particularly good. This is good quality games, good versions of the games straight from Capcom. A nice little handheld device if you like retro gaming. So there you go. I recommend it. Good battery life, charge cable. There's nothing else in the box other than a leaflet. So yeah, worth a look, but do be aware of some reliability issues. My first one did not work. Thanks very much for watching.